So, Kenneth, the other side of the world, New Zealand, there's a country with intense seismic activity, which has sadly caused huge losses of life and property over the years. The country's recently introduced what they call the world first natural disaster response model with the Earthquake Commission and 8 insurers that say they'll make it simpler for customers to get the help they need quickly. Is this a unique public-private partnership model in disaster claims? And do you think other countries should consider something like this?
We're really bouncing around the world today between the UK and New Zealand now. I don't think it's a unique answer, Abby. I think it's one that's been around. This notion of insurers working either together in a disaster situation, right, where the scale of the issue is such that it's not really about competitive dynamics and insurers, working to win market share, right? Happily, the industry has always had a response that says we have a major situation here that we need to actually respond to, and the whole notion behind catastrophic claims is very much that there's a different environment here, and we're going to respond differently. It's why insurers entirely hive off catastrophic results, cat claims, because there's a recognition that it's a fundamentally different segment and a different type of event. I think insurers together have coordinated their efforts when it comes to things like bringing water into the area, bringing food to the area, basic infrastructure to get people back on their feet. I think we've seen insurers create coalitions to do that together. It's simply much more effective and efficient to pool those resources and bring in what is required for everybody's customers versus to use that scenario for a competitive battle about who's going to bring what to the event. We've also seen places, like FEMA in North America, the emergency organization, step in alongside insurers to sort of divvy up who does what. I think it's fair to say that hasn't always been successful in its execution. I think people remember strongly all of the noise around the Katrina response as an example. But the intent has been around for a long time, and I'm sure that there are continuing efforts to change how that gets executed. So I don't think it's a unique idea. I think the notion of governments and insurers working together is one that's been explored and executed before. I think insurers working together has occurred and been delivered before. I think, again, I will come back to this notion that this insurance as a sector really, in my mind, doesn't do enough to elevate the fact that there is a recognition that this is fundamentally about very difficult times in people's lives, and the organizations and the people who work in insurance feel that purpose. I don't think we've done enough to elevate that and to communicate that and to get people to see that. But I think in these scenarios, having sat alongside a lot of people who have been developing the response, I find it to be something that is extremely human in how insurers react to this. So it's something I think we really should be working to elevate across the consumer base to recognize that this is a time when insurers they're people too, and they do want to respond to these effectively.